Welcome to the shop, everybody. What you're looking at here is, well, it's half a thunder egg. And if you've gotten into rockhounding, maybe you've also either purchased a lapidary saw or you're using a tile saw. Like I have a rigid brand tile saw. People like to use the ones from Harbor Freight as well. So you've probably cut some of your rocks up and you like what you see, but it's still pretty rough. You can see all of those cut marks from your saw. And lapidary equipment is pretty expensive. I mean, a cabbing machine is pricey, a flat lapping machine is pricey. So in today's video, I wanted to share with you a way I like to put a polish on things and do it in a very cheap and affordable way. So here is the other half of this thunder egg. So it's got a nice polish to it. You can see it catch the light, really shows it off. You can see right here, there's a little piece that is not polished. So sometimes when you're cutting, it'll break off. I didn't feel like grinding all of that down. So you get a little dull spot right there. But you can accomplish this with some basic tools and a pretty affordable set of polishing pads. So let me show you what we have here. And this right here is a Velcro adapter. This one right here is threaded for 5/8, and you have all of these pads. Let's get this out of the way here. We have all of these pads that go from a 50 grit, we got 100, 200, 400, 800, 1500, and a 3000 pad. So the way these work is this is going to stick just like that. You can see all the dust there. It's just going to stick on that just like that. This is rated for 12,000 RPM. I don't know if that's going to show up there on the camera. 12,000 RPM. I don't like to run it like that. You know, you can run this on an angle grinder, which most people can access an angle grinder, just like this guy right here. You know, you can pick one up at Harbor Freight. This one just so happens to be a DeWalt. But with an adapter like this little adapter right here, they come in a couple of different sizes. This threads in here, and now you can chuck it up in a drill, or like my favorite, I'm going to be using my drill press. So I'm going to put links down in the description box to where you can buy these on Amazon. So if you're interested in them, you can pick them up. But yeah, you know, they're pretty flexible as well. So if you wanted to use your angle grinder on a rock kind of like this and go over it outside, that's great. But I would suggest not necessarily using your angle grinder while trying to hold these smaller rocks. So let's move over to where I'll get this set up, and we will probably, I think what we'll do is we'll polish this. So this is cut out of the middle of a rock, and that way I can polish it, show you kind of what those steps look like, and the other side is rough, so it'll be a nice contrast. Here's how we'll be doing this. I'm going to have this chucked up in the drill press, and as you can see, I got the shop vac hooked up as well. So if you're going to do this inside, definitely have a setup like this. I just have the shop vac hose mounted with some zip ties to the little arm that normally gets the table. So all of the dust gets sucked up. Normally I would have a safety third attitude about things, but you definitely don't want to be breathing this stuff in. So either do it outside and maybe have like a fan blowing over you, or have a dust mask, that type of thing. But I'm gonna throw this into a hyperlapse and polish up that stone that I was just showing you. So I got one stage left, which is the 3000 grit. It's a white one right here. So if you're not 100% sure as to how something takes a polish, essentially what you're doing is you're progressively taking out the scratches from the coarser pad. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so when you sand something at a 200, then you move up to the 400, you're mostly just looking to take out the scratches. So as you go from a 50 grit up to a 3000 grit, you have to spend less and less time at the higher grits. Also, this is loud. Again, I got shop vac, I got the drill press running. This is set up for about 2000 RPM, which seems to work pretty well. So yeah, let me fire this up. I'll finish this polish, and we will head over to the bench. So this is the rough cut side of the rock that you just saw me polish. Nothing too impressive, but let's flip it over. That's what we ended up with. You can see my LED light up there. Quite the contrast, right? Well, water on my glove still. Quite the contrast. So, is this the same as a cabbing machine? Not at all. But if you have a drill, an angle grinder, a drill press, one of those, you can turn your rough cut stone that comes off of any tile saw, this was cut with tile saw, and actually see what it looks like on the inside in all its glory for about 40 bucks. I just looked, I think these were 35 for the pads, and the adapter was $5 or $6 or so. I mean, I'm going to put a link down there. The prices of these things, they fluctuate a little bit, but it's hard to beat that for the money. So I wanted to share my process that I'm polishing flat stones with. If you like this type of video, please hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I appreciate the views. You know, I like to get out and share my love of rockhounding with others. So hope you liked it. Have a good day.